It takes quite a long time for a mild condition of psychological disorder to develop into a severe condition, but it takes such a short time for an acute condition of post-traumatic stress to develop into a severe psychological disorder. A man who remarries after a divorce due to wife infidelity and has not treated post-traumatic stress is in a more dangerous condition than a man who remarries after a divorce due to his own infidelity and is still in relationship addiction. The husband necessarily develops post-traumatic stress when wife infidelity is disclosed. When a husband does not develop post-traumatic stress upon the discovery of wife infidelity, it indicates that he has developed relationship addiction or the couple has been in an empty shell marriage. The husband may not recognize that he has developed post-traumatic stress and may do his best to break free from the pain. He cannot bear the ultimate level of stress and would do anything to get rid of it. The husband who has developed post-traumatic stress due to wife infidelity goes through 4 stages until his mind completely perishes. When a person's mind perishes, he or she has to live with severe psychological disorders all their life, mistaking it as a happy life. It is crucial to hurry to treat post-traumatic stress before the condition progresses. Most husbands who consult us decide to treat themselves at phase 1 or 2, but when the condition advances to phase 3 or 4, they usually do not realize the necessity for treatment and aggravate psychological disorders by becoming pleasure seekers and living the worst life possible. In phase 1, the husband suffers from the most excruciating pain upon the discovery of wife infidelity. When general stress has the severity of level -10, the level of stress of post-traumatic stress due to wife infidelity is -100,000 or more. It feels like his whole life has collapsed and is being denied. The wife shocked from husband infidelity experiences psychological pain resulting from the loss of love of mind. But the husband shocked from wife infidelity experiences psychological pain resulting from the loss of sexuality, which is almost equivalent to the loss of life itself for men. As the husband attempts to cope with the situation in his own way, he begins to advance to phase 2. In phase 2, the husband tries to find ways to break free from the suffering of post-traumatic stress. He may begin to try diverse coping strategies and solutions, including violent behaviors, abusive language, and self-blame. These strategies may be effectively employed to remove the stress when stress levels are mild. However, when the stress level is severe, such as in the case of post-traumatic stress with a level of -100,000 or more, it may seem to help relieve stress temporarily, but actually functions as a catalyst for even more severe conditions of post-traumatic stress, resulting in tragic consequences in some cases. Many husbands who suffer from post-traumatic stress due to wife infidelity wander about at phase 2, not having a clue on what to do with their life. They begin to develop psychological disorders in all 3 components of psychology one by one. Since they cannot handle their condition of post-traumatic stress, that only keeps growing. They may attempt diverse strategies such as divorce or revenge to get out of post-traumatic stress. As time goes by, the husband may be able to remove his wife in his memory and move on to phase 3. In phase 3, the husband begins to seek ways to live a pleasurable life, especially with respect to his sexual pleasure. Sexual pleasure itself becomes important in his life. He may think that he has overcome post-traumatic stress since he erased his wife in the memory. He may seek pleasure with distorted thought, speech, and actions, trying to achieve the positive value corresponding to the negative value of post-traumatic stress he has experienced. However, when he is stressed even at the slightest level in human relationships, especially regarding women or sexuality, his post-traumatic stress explodes in a full blow. He may lose his reason temporarily, and experiences an episode of intermittent explosive disorder. He is convinced that the counterparty is to blame for everything and feels that the counterparty has attacked him and took his pleasurable life away. He may even focus on obtaining fame, wealth, and power in order to prevent others from obstructing his way of life and be convinced that all people around him are insignificant. In phase 4, the husband's mind perishes completely. Mind always operates as designed, but psychological disorders develop in all three components of psychology, and he cannot be said to be living with the mind of a human being in a true sense. He believes that everyone around him can be his enemy who can destroy him at any moment. He may feel fine as far as he is having fun, but he attempts to cause damage and harm employing all measures within his ability as soon as the smallest stress comes in from the counterparty. He will do anything to eliminate the source of stress to be able to continue pleasurable life. He has developed such a strong self-conviction and self-justification in his thought and behaviors that nothing can influence him differently. He may appear as a great person with great achievement and success when he is viewed from the distance. The husband who suffers from post-traumatic stress due to wife infidelity but does not treat his condition usually goes through the 4 phases described above. It is only you yourself who can determine what kind of life to live after experiencing wife infidelity. It must be noted that when the treatment is delayed at phases 1 and 2, post-traumatic stress develops into severe psychological disorders, resulting in dire consequences in the life of yourself and your loved ones. When the condition advances into phase 3, it is quite hard to reverse the process to restore healthy psychology. It is strongly recommended that any husband who suffers from post-traumatic stress due to wife infidelity accurately understand the operational mechanism of human mind and psychology and make the right kind of efforts for happiness in a true sense.